What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. This is gonna be the time management training. It's just a free training, small training for any of you guys that are busy and you're really struggling with time management. Yeah, guys, let's get into it. First of all, my name is Victor. I'm an online coach. I work with busy professionals, help them get in shape, all that jazz. So if you like this video, subscribe to the channel, check out what I do on Instagram. And if you want to actually get in shape and you're a busy professional, book a call with me. All links are going to be in the description. So I usually tell people when they tell me about their time is you don't have a time problem. What you have is a time management problem. And I'll show you exactly what I mean in this video. So let's take two people, right? Let's say this is you right here. And guys, I'm not a very good artist, so forgive my drawings because these are going to be pretty trash, but it's okay as long as it gets the message across, right? So let's say this is you, right? You are maybe a family guy, a guy with a career, you have things going on for you, you're really busy, and you have 24 hours in a day, right? Everyone agrees with that. 24 hours in a day. This person here, let's take one of the most successful men on the planet. Let's take Elon Musk, right? You can substitute anyone else you want here. It doesn't really matter as long as they're successful running multi-billion-dollar enterprises. Let's take that guy. How many hours does this guy have in a day? The exact same 24 hours that you have. So looking at this, you have the same amount of time in the day. Now you might say that, oh, Elon Musk is a millionaire. He's a billionaire. He has a lot of people. He has so many employees. They're just doing stuff for him. They're cooking for him. They're doing his laundry. But that actually makes him much busier than you, because now Elon Musk has to manage at least 10,000 employees every single day, right? That's what he has to do. And he has to do that with the same amount of time that you have, which is 24 hours. So you cannot make the argument that because someone is making a lot of money, they have to put in that work to actually make that money. And it's actually the same amount of time that you have. The only thing that they have that is different from you is they have set up systems and they're able to manage their time a lot better than you're doing right now. If I was to go through your whole day and actually ask you what you do throughout the day, I'm pretty sure I could still pick out 2 to 3 hours in your day where you're not actually doing anything of value. You should always be doing things that bring value to you during your day. At night, you go home, you go to bed, right? But during the day, you should always be doing things that bring value. And what are the things that bring value? If it's not making you money, then it should be something that is actually helping in your personal development. Personal development, we break it into two parts. There's the mental part of it, and then there's the physical part of it. So if you're not working, you should be doing stuff that's actually aiding in your personal development. A lot of you guys, you spend your free time either doing like stuff that's actually not going to benefit you, and then you come to me and tell me that you don't have time, but you're out here playing video games. There's nothing wrong with playing video games. There's nothing wrong with hanging out with your friends, right? But you should understand that there's a time and place for everything. You cannot be playing video games every single day and then complain that you don't have time to go to the gym. That's just not true. And I'll show you. All right. So now that you know that you have the exact same time in the day, in your day, as all the other millionaires and billionaires, now let's go into a worksheet. So this is time management worksheet that I created, and I'm gonna go through this with you. You guys can follow along. What I want you to do here is get your pen, get your paper. You can pause the video right here. Get a pen, get a paper, and we're about to do some math. And I'll show you how much time you have in the day. So first question, what time do you wake up? So I'll just say if you are waking up anywhere after 7 a.m., then you're doing it wrong. As a man or as a woman, if you really want to be productive in life, you cannot be waking up after 7 a.m. You cannot be waking up at 10 a.m. God, I've heard people wake up at 12 p.m. Like you just lost like 4 hours or 5 hours in the day sleeping, and you're wondering that why you don't have time. Bro, you just had 5 hours that you could have used. You could have gone to the gym in those 5 hours, done a 1 hour workout, and then you would still have 4 hours to do other stuff, to be productive throughout the day. But you're not doing that, you're sleeping and then you're complaining that you don't have the time. So if you're waking up anywhere after 7 a.m., you're doing it wrong, and that's why you don't have time. Now, the second one is, what time do you go to sleep? If you are going to sleep after 11 p.m., you're doing it wrong. And I'll get this a lot. So by the way, with these two things, I get that some people might be working overnight shifts. If you're working an overnight shift, then just reverse engineer this. At the end of the day, if you are sleeping for anything over 8 hours a day, then you're doing it wrong. And that's probably why you don't have time to go to the gym. That's probably why you don't have time for pretty much anything else. You should not be sleeping more than 8 hours a day. I don't care how old you are or how young you are or what's going on in your life. Nobody should be sleeping more than 8 hours, because you have 24 hours, right? Let's do some math here. You have 24 hours. If you remove 8 hours from there, you are left with 16 hours, right? 16 hours during the day. Now, with this 16 hours, let's go to the third question. How many hours do you work daily? Right? You might be working 40 hours a week. You might be working 60 hours a week. Hell, you might be working 80 hours a week, right? Let me actually do this. Let me take it from the point of you're working 80 hours a week. Just to prove my point to you, I know that most of you are not working 80 hours a week. I've done 80 hours a week too in the past, and it's tough, right? It's tough. But let me just take it that you're working 80 hours a week. If you divide 80 hours by the total number of days that you're working during the week, which is going to be 7 days, because you're not working 80 hours doing 5 days a week. You're probably going to be working the weekends too if you're doing 80 hours. So let's say you divide that by 7 days, it gives you 12 hours per day. So let's say you're working 12 hours per day, right? You do the calculation, subtraction, that gives you 4 additional hours in the day. Now, this is the magic number, 4 hours. For this other part, so mealtime, I'm just going to ignore this one. You know why? Because if you're working 12 hours every single day, you're probably going to be having lunch breaks or some type of break during your work hours. And that's when you're probably going to eat your food. So I'm not even going to calculate mealtime in there, because that's going to be when you're at work or whenever else you're eating. Now, there are only 2 things left: family time, relationship, and personal development, fitness, and hobbies. So let's talk about family time and let's talk about relationships. Now, I'll say this about relationships. If you are in a relationship, whether you're a man or you're a woman, if you're in a relationship and you're spending every single day with your partner when you're not living together, then you're doing it wrong. You should not be spending every waking moment of your day or your free time with your partner when you're not living in the same apartment. That's why some people don't have time. It's like, and this I see with men a lot, it's like when you get a girl, you latch onto her like a leech. You never want to let her go. You always want to see her every single day. You're not focused. You're not doing what you're supposed to do to actually improve yourself, which is going to be stuff like going to the gym, working on your physical fitness. You're not doing all that. But then you wonder, why did she leave me? Why did she cheat on me? It's because you're on her all the time. Guys, you need to focus on yourself. You need to actually try to work on your personal development, mental skills, everything else, and not just focus on your relationship. Once that relationship ends, then what do you have left? You have no hobbies, you have nothing. So you actually need to prioritize your physical development, your personal development over your relationship. I said it here. You need to do that. That doesn't mean that you don't spend time with your partner, but that means that you know what you're supposed to do and you're doing it. Let's say you spend 2-3 days a week together on your free time in that 4 hours, right? You go out on a date, nice date, do something, come back, clap cheeks, whatever, right? And then the other days, you can go to the gym. You can actually even go to the gym with your partner. That can be something that you can do as a date. I hardly see people actually go to the gym with their partners. It's like, what do you think? You think the gym is just for you to go lift weights? You can actually go have a workout with your girlfriend. Take your boyfriend to the gym. You guys can actually improve together. And then you will not be talking about, oh, I don't have time. You do have the time. You just need to prioritize what is important. So, family family time. Let's talk about family time, because this one is a little bit more complicated, because then, you talk about your wife, you're talking about your kids, and obviously, yes, you do have to prioritize family time, have a relationship with your kids, make sure you're always there for them. And that might be a little bit more difficult to navigate. But at the same time, you have to understand that if you are not healthy, then you're not going to be able to take care of them. If dad ends up in the hospital because of high blood pressure, because he is overweight and he's fat or whatever it is, how are you going to take care of your family? So you're still going to have to make some time. You're still going to have to hit the gym 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 1 hour, do whatever it takes to stay healthy for your kids. You owe them that, and you owe that to yourself too. You wonder why your partner is no longer attracted to you. It's because you've gained like 60 pounds in the last year. That's why they're no longer attracted to you. If you're staying fit, if you're doing, you're engaging in your fitness, you're doing your hobbies, doing all this other stuff that actually attracted them to you in the first place, why would you want to stop doing that? Because now you're in a relationship, you're getting complacent. And this is not meant to call you out specifically. I don't know what your situation is, but this is meant to drive home the fact that you don't have a time problem, you have a time management problem. And if you can get that in check, if you can get that in order, then you're going to be able to hit the gym. Then you're going to be able to work on yourself. Then you're actually going to be able to do the things that you enjoy. If you're a single, don't even get me started. If you're a single, you should be hitting the gym pretty much almost every day, because you're not doing anything in that 4 hours. Maybe you watch Netflix for like an hour or two. What are you doing, right? Nothing wrong with watching Netflix. I watch Netflix myself. I play computer games myself. I go out on, and do stuff. I have hobbies, right? But I'm still able to get in the gym consistently every single week without missing a single day. This is what is gonna guarantee your success with any type of plan, any type of coaching. I mean, with my coaching, you're not gonna have to do a lot. You're probably just gonna need like 5 to 10 hours a week to spend just actually doing fitness stuff, hitting the gym, because I do understand that, and I work with a lot of busy professionals, so I understand the time issue. But a lot of the time, when I get down to the nitty-gritty and talk to people, I realize that it's not a time issue, it's just a time management issue. So if you want to take a screenshot of this, take it, go sit down and ask yourself, okay, how can I add more time in my day? Do I need to wake up early? Do I need to go to bed at an earlier time so I can wake up earlier and actually utilize the daylight? If you're working overnight, the same rule applies, right? How long are you working the overnight? You still have a lot of time during the day. You go back home, you sleep how many hours? 8 hours. And then you wake up and you still get about your day, still do something, go to the gym, hit the gym, work out, work on your diet, everything that you're supposed to work on it. This is how you manage your time, and this is what's actually going to get you to your goals. And this is talking about fitness, but this will apply to everything else that you're doing in your job, in your business, in your relationship. All this stuff is actually going to work for you. So if you enjoyed this video, let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. Once again, follow me on Instagram, fit_Vic07. I give content like this every single day, free content. If you want to get on a call with me and inquire about my coaching program, in my program, I really go in depth with this and actually sit down one-on-one with my clients and talk about this. So if that's something that interests you, then book a call with me down below in the description, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.